Welcome to Bubba Rob's Carnivore Journey.
Hello everybody, how's it going in the YouTube universe? It's Bubba Rob. Welcome to my journey. There's a couple things I want to talk about today. The first one is about me going to get a stress done at the cardiologist clinic yesterday, and talk about those results. And secondly, how I was originally given the news by a couple of physicians, but I had a heart attack. I don't know if it was premature or not, but the manner that I was told, really created a lot of undue stress. And thirdly, really how it's affected me in the last month or so. So there's a lesson to be learned. But yesterday was a big day for me to get the stress test for my heart, and even though I was looking at it, positively, in a positive manner to get to the bottom of what was going on with my health, I was actually under quite a bit of stress. I was getting kind of worked up about it. But what I found out was the results were quite a bit more positive. And it was nowhere near as bad as I was led to believe by a couple of physicians, reading what my original test results were. But I did find out that I had an anomaly in my heartbeat, which may have been caused from a heart attack, or it might even be caused by a partial blockage. They're not quite sure. And that I need to go for some additional tests for a definitive result. But it was not, it wasn't the doom and gloom impression that I got. So, it was interesting when I was talking to the technician, and I asked her what I needed to do, and she said the first thing I needed to do was go back to the gym. Get back to what I was doing for my journey. And there was no reason for me to feel that I wasn't capable of carrying on with my life. Those warnings I got to stop doing what I was doing, and oh man, alive. Not going to the gym was killing me. It was the best thing for my mental health. They were, worried. I guess the doctors are worried that if I overexerted myself, that I'd be lying on the floor there. I don't know. But, what can I say? The discussion I had with the technician who did the test was extremely in depth. I wanted to know. I really wanted to understand what was going on with my health. I wasn't going to leave any stones unturned. I talked to her about how the doctors had originally spoke to me, and the recommendations they made, actually by both of them, were almost, I wouldn't say carbon copy, but pretty close to the same. And she told me, the technician told me that the physicians do not know how to read the results properly of an ECG or EKG or whatever it is. Right? They're basing it on the recommendations or what was read by the cardiologist who did the report. And what they did was they took what may have and they turned it into not a may have or probably had, and they went right from 0 to 60 with the warnings they gave me of what I should or should not do until further notice, because they don't understand what was actually there. And I guess how can they, but I don't know. Just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Just, I don't know. It makes you kind of wonder, but I'm going to stop it right there. I'm not going to cut anybody down. But they do not have the same level of training as she does with the specificity of her job. She actually told me that she has a lot higher level of training in reading the charts than do the cardiologists. The cardiologists proceed on the basis of the report they get from the technician, right? So the technician is the one who really knows what those things mean, because their training is very, very zeroed in, very specific on what those things mean. And she could tell I was agitated. She told me that 10 to 20% of her job was talking clients off the ledge. Do you guys know what I mean by that? Do you? It means the undue stress that is caused to someone given misguided information. You know, that information might be out of concern or not wanting to be liable if a patient has a jammer. You know, so you get like this warning. It actually makes it out quite a bit worse than what it is. I mean, my blood pressure was right through the roof when I was doing that test. It was something like 220 over 140. I've never ever had that happen before. I mean, I felt like my heart was coming right through my flipping chest, I tell you. And I believe that it was all just due to the anxiety of what I was told. Normally I'm pretty calm. But you know, even though I might have appeared calm and I was talking about being calm and whatnot, but it was kind of gnawing away at me right until I got in there, right? Not good. Not good at all. I mean, the one doctor told me I should have somebody drive me in for that test, because what he saw, I needed to be prepared to go straight into the hospital based on the original report. He's going off of what he thought, what was in the comments. That alone could have caused me a jammer. I mean, what the fuck? That's not good. That's not good at all. Ridiculous. You know, after I had the test done and I left the office, I felt this huge sense of relief, but I was angry at the same time. My son actually had to calm me down, actually quite a bit. He told me, he says, well, maybe the doctors feel it's better to err on the side of caution. And I shouldn't have any animosity towards either one of them for what they said. You know, I suppose he's right. But, you know, I need to live in the moment. I mean, isn't that what I preach, right? Anyways, I'm actually still kind of pissed off that there is a cost to it, because, you know, I didn't work or anything. And, you know, I was told to sit down, but I just got to get on with it. You know, anything you learn in life has a cost to it. You know, it doesn't matter if you're paying tuition for a course at university, or if I'm out on a job and I did an estimate and I missed something, and, you know, I have to honor my word, even if it costs me money. There's always a lesson attached to it. It's just kind of how life works. What I really need to do is consider myself lucky enough that it wasn't as bad as I was led to believe. Or at least that was my impression. You know, there's no hate for the doctors by me. Only love. Really. You know, I really think they try and do their best, and they have a hard enough job. I can't really imagine all the issues they face on a daily basis, dealing with physical and mental health problems, especially after the big pandemic, right? They're probably dropping like flies themselves. You know, we actually need to have quite a bit of compassion for our medical practitioners and what they face. I mean, I don't think that job they can leave at the office. You know, I mean, I wonder what the divorce rate is. Probably not too good. Probably the same with the suicide rate, anxiety issues, I would imagine. You know, so anyways, I hope I didn't offend any doctors. They just try and do their best. But what is my takeaway from all this, or my lesson here, my video for everybody? Well, one is you got to be in the moment, be mindful, and try not to worry about things until you actually know. And take responsibility for what you may have done for yourself, why you're in the predicament that you're in. Responsibility, stops with the person you're looking at in the mirror. You know, if you have a heart attack or a stroke, it's not the doctor's fault or the whoever. It's usually the way you've been living with your life. You know, if you got a weight issue like I got, it's because I haven't done the things that I knew what to do to take care of myself for whatever reason. You know, I know why for myself, but it's really not an excuse. I have to keep working on it. It's just it. It stops right there. There's no excuse. You'll never hear me make an excuse for eating a piece of pizza when I shouldn't. Or a cheeseburger or whatever. I have my moments, but the one thing I've learned is I don't beat myself up over it. And I just get right back on the saddle. And that's what everybody else needs to do out there too. You know? Stop making excuses. Take responsibility. Not the government's fault. It's not the food company's fault, not Big Pharma's fault. Responsibility lies with the guy who's wearing this ball cap. Right there. That's it. That's all there is to it. The rest is just someone to blame. If I know they put additives in certain foods, that's going to cause an addiction. And I know that. And I don't do what I need to do to try and curb that addiction, and I go eat that, that's on me. It's not on anybody else. Right? There's no responsibility in believing in conspiracies, whether it's actually true or not. The responsibility is you doing what you have to do to keep going and not beat yourself up on it. Just go with it. Keep working. No matter how many times you fall, get back up that one extra time. Right? What do you want to be? You want to succeed or you want to fail? Okay? Anyways, I love you all. Please hit the like, share, subscribe. Take care of yourself. And remember, if you want to be a good person, good stoic, good carnivore, good biker, good bluesman, good rainbow warrior, good whatever, right? Be kind. Take responsibility. Don't obsess over things. Not gonna get you anywhere. Didn't get me anywhere. I'm calling myself on my own shit here. Okay? I love you all. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.